And you know what's crazy, right? And I'm going to end it with this. John Sally.
Yeah.
Just interviewed him again recently.
Yeah.
And he was in, one of the people getting interviewed for Dennis Rodman's 30 for 30.
Right.
Right? Because he played with him on the Bulls.
Pistons, yeah.
So we're talking about Dennis Rodman and everything else like that. And I said, yo, outside of, because at one point Dennis Rodman wanted to kill himself over his wife at the time or whatever else. And he was getting ready to shoot himself or whatever. Right. I said, apart from that, what is the craziest shit that you've seen Dennis Rodman do? Because Dennis Rodman is known to do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm back with D-Rod, and he goes, hey, we're going out to eat. We're going to be at Morton's Steakhouse. I had to give them a shout out. Why? I don't know. My dumb ass. But anyway, we're at Morton's, and I get there. Jerry Springer's there. So I'm geeked. I want to sit next to Jerry and talk to Jerry at this dinner Dennis having. And there's this blonde at the table. And I look down and a blonde. The boobs, the look, the Marilyn Monroe is at our table. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and I look again, and I look at Dennis, and I smile, and I look at Dennis, and Dennis is like this. He looks at me, nods, and goes, and I go, nah, not my style. That's all I say. And Jerry Springer said, this is pretty crazy dinner. People, he's talking, and I'm getting to know Jerry because I want to hang with Jerry Springer. And to this day, I'm cool with Jerry Springer. And I see that, and everyone goes, wow. And Dennis says, you're the only person that has not tried to holler at her. And I go, yeah, not my style, not my speed. He goes, still same old style. I said, yeah, I have a radar. It was a dude.
This woman is a transgender.
Yo, my dude, what's good?
It's a transgender.
Oh, wow.
And he purposely would roll around with her and let dudes basically try to take his chick from her and let them do it.
Wow.
Knowing the whole time she's actually a man.
He did it on purpose to set them up?
Did it on purpose, just to try to set dudes up.
And he would see them coming at it like, yo, what's good?
Yeah, go ahead. You got the game, go ahead.
Wow.
And it was a transgender the whole time, and you could not tell at all.
Rodman's stinky.
Rodman's a dirty motherfucker.
He's like, it was transgender. I don't really care, I just gave him transgender. I gave him a chance, and they didn't know that they had a dick or whatever. But I just want to see what they was gonna do. He talks. He's like, I just want to see how he's gonna do it. There was a time where I brought her, and said, I'll tell her to wear certain kind of pants, and all the guys would be all over her.
And let me just say this.
Yeah.
Laverne Cox, who was in Orange is the New Black.
She just worked at the coffee shop in New York City.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, she was a hostess. I used to see her as a hostess, like tall, like 6'2".
Yeah.
So, So good for her for making it, man, because she worked
her.
at the coffee shop on 14th Union Square for years.
I just want to say, because she put up this post that kind of went viral a little bit, which I had a bit of an issue with.
Oh, what'd she say?
And she said that, don't kill me because you're attracted to me.
Whoa, relax.
And I'm like, no, I don't think anyone wants to kill you because they're attracted to you. Someone might want to kill you
because you didn't tell
because they didn't know you were a man.
Right.
And that gets sprung after the fact.
Yeah.
And now here's someone who got tricked, who's now having to deal with their own sexuality because of deception. And that's actually why a lot of transgenders end up getting murdered.
Yeah.
Because of that situation. Yeah. And don't tell me it doesn't happen, because I've actually interviewed people like Sydney Starr, who told me that she would have sex with men and not tell them that she was transgender. So, when you meet men that you're interested in, do you always tell them about your history, or does it come up after the fact, after you guys have been intimate?
I always say when I meet guys, that is not usually the first thing I like to bring up, because if I'm like digging this dude, like I think that is the last thing he would probably want to hear, because that would just kind of fuck up everything. Because there was times where it took me about a week or two to tell a guy, but we never like did anything or anything, but we just kind of stayed focused on the phone and getting to know each other. But usually when I tell them, it's usually within the first week of meeting them, because I don't like to let it go too long. Because usually when you let it go too long, they usually like you more and more. And then when you get it out the way, it kind of like lets them make the decision. And then I won't be too attached, because I kind of cling on to people quickly. But I will admit there was a few times, well, I had a little something to drink, and I had a little bit too much, and probably did a little something and didn't say nothing. But you know, they say what's done in Vegas stays in Vegas. So, you know, it's like, I'm never going to see you again. So it's like, do I really need to tell you what the hell's going on with me? But, you know, I think that is not something I like to put out there. I do not believe in tricking people. I like to give people their decision, to make their decision. But I will say I've slipped up a few good times. And I will say those are probably the best times.
Wow. You know? So it's one of those things where it's like, don't try to phrase it like, oh no, I love you, I'm so attracted to you, but because I realize that I'm gay ahead of time, it bothers me, so I want to destroy you. No.
Right.
I don't think any man goes through that. I just don't. Just don't. Okay?
Yeah, that's
it's just nonsense.
But some dudes, I don't know. Sometimes they know. They just go for it deep down. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes you can't tell. Sometimes you can't. I could tell that Laverne was a dude. I could tell, even when in the days, because I just said body. It was just like she looked like it was a trans. I'd say I think she's transgender. That's the feeling I had. You know what I mean? Because she's like kind of a strong looking, like look. You know what I mean? You can tell he's still a man. You know what I mean? So yeah, but to kill you, but I get where she's coming from with that.
Yeah.
You know, don't kill me because it attracted you. Man, I want to fuck you. You gotta die. My dick got hard. I got to stab you, bitch. Fuck that. You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, because I remember when I interviewed Sydney about this, because I figured, okay, look, transgenders and the gays,
yeah,
I'll get along, right? It's all kind of gay to me, right?
Right.
And she's like, no, it doesn't work that way at all.
It doesn't work that way.
Work that way
I
at
thought
all.
it was all the same,
Yeah.
kind of under the same
It
category.
It isn't. I remember we talked, and she's like, I'm not interested in gay men.
Okay.
Gay men I have no interest in them whatsoever. I'm only interested in straight men.
Okay.
And I'm like, why? Well, because
why?
I'm a woman. And I don't want a man that wants other men. I want a man that wants women.
Transgender women.
Or just women in general.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Because it wouldn't make sense. Because she likes men, so it wouldn't make sense for her to like gay men. Because they don't like women.
Right.
Yeah, right. So she might be homophobic.
Yeah.
Against gay men.
I think she is, actually.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think.
Right.
I'm not going to put that on her.
No, of course.
But
might be. But speaking of weird, like, I don't know if the Terrence Howard one. Speaking of like,
what's up with Terrence Howard?
You didn't see the Terrence Howard interview at the Emmys?
What did he say?
Woof. He was talking about we are not straight lines. We are circles. Yo, because he's getting his star on Hollywood. He's like, I am not a straight line. We are waves. And within that particle, we have to really look between that. And I want to teach those people when I get my star on Hollywood, we're going to show you that we're molecules and not really, and Pythagoras, I'm trying to find the formula what Pythagoras was searching for. What?
You forgot the main every so often.
Man, listen, man, I'm trying to find Pythagoras, man. You know, man? Is that because we're not straight lines, man. We curves, man, in a wave, man. You know Pythagoras, the mathematical motherfucker, man. Yo, you got to see the interview, man. It's like, what? I don't know what Terrence was saying, But he was super light-skinned that night. Shit. I'm light-skinned. That's why I can say these things that I'm saying, because I'm very light-skinned. And that's what it's coming from. If I were darker, no one would believe this philosophy.
Man.
Godfrey. Yo.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Shout out. Hey, Instagram, comedian Godfrey. Follow me. In Godfrey we trust. Subscribe with promo code Godfrey. All day long.
Boom.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.